We're speaking with Sir Ben Kingsley, and I'm going to get you to pronounce your name for me.
Absolutely, by all means. Shohreh Aghdashloo.
I could have done that.
Of course you could.
I've got to ask. This movie is, so intense. Mm-hmm. How did y'all lighten things up? I know you just couldn't go through the intensity day after day after day filming this. Was there any way that you lightened up? I heard you had a marvelous sense of humor, so.
She does. She's wicked.
Is she wicked?
She has a wicked sense of humor.
Because she didn't look, see, in the movie, it's so different.
You hear that chuckle rolling across the set, like, pushing back the San Francisco fog with her laughter.
What a compliment.
Sir Ben is more than kind to me.
We did.
Putting me in an embarrassing situation. Thank you.
It was light but never frivolous.
True.
The conversations that we had between takes or on the set when we were far enough away not to distract anybody were very life-affirming because we're dealing with, we're inside and exploring from the inside out a tragedy. The beautiful thing about tragedy and the gift of a tragedy, and I'm not going to shy away from that word, that's what the film is, but it's very life-affirming.
Yes, it is a tragedy.
It's life-affirming. It actually makes people hug one another. Remember those women after the screening who said, with huge smiles on their faces, we had a really good cry. But they were smiling from ear to ear.
The relationships,
yeah.
Now they're so positive. The relationships between you and your son, you and each other. I love that, the intensity, and the role that each niche came into. Yeah.
It's a traditional family. Everyone loved one another. They have been brought up to love each other. Nadi's been told to love her husband, and she's grown to love him. And so does Coroner. They all love each other, and you see that love. And it's pretty passionate coming from the East.
And it's and very intense.
And very intense.
I think that any family that has been savagely threatened as a group, it becomes part of their life experience, and it could go one way or the other, but very often you find that they treasure every moment that they're alive.
It makes it more dear.
It makes it more dear, and I know that the moment when my colleague breaks down in front of the camera saying, if they deport us, they will kill my children. That, for me, is a diamond on the screen, because you know that it's irreducibly true. The whole film is, for me, is in Shohreh's line when she's that. It's a truth, but that same truth, that same terrifying truth, as you say, allows us to put a family on the screen without any sentimentality, but that unequivocally would die for each other.
I've noticed with your career, I mean, it was in the 80s when you won the Oscar for Gandhi, and you still, that was like a highlight, but you've gone on and found other roles that you have been able to explore, very different roles. But do you feel like Gandhi earmarked you in any way, Sir Ben?
I hope so. I hope so. Earmark's a good word because he had very big ears. I hope so. I hope that, because in a sense, having been given the Academy Award for my first major film performance, the Academy allowed me to say, go forth, and therefore I have, in a sense, it released me to do roles like Schindler's List, roles in Sexy Beast, roles in Death and the Maiden, roles that are very, very different. So it was a great privileged starting point for me. Quite wonderful.
Well, was that intimidating, though, that you were playing opposite Sir Ben Kingsley? Was that intimidating at all, Shohreh?
No, not at all. Sir Ben is such a giving actor. I mean, he's the actor's actor, obviously, but he's so generous and humble in real life that, no, never intimidating. Not at all.
And I think you're the busiest actor in Hollywood. I was looking, you've got, 4 movies coming out after this?
I have.
I mean, you're just everywhere.
I love it. I thrive on it. But I love being with, I adore being with actors. I love working with actors. I think that my performance came from her and came from the boy who plays my son. There's where I get
He good.
brilliant. We get our energy from the other person, from each other. He was quite remarkable, Johnny.
And we have to mention Jennifer Connelly, who and Ron Elder.
Pure.
I mean, every role was just like, of course, this is the person for this part.
She's pure, pure. She plays the angel of death in this film, but so purely and beautifully and innocently. And very often, angels of death don't know what they're doing. They're not aware of what they're doing. And that's what's so remarkable about Jennifer's performance.
It's beautiful, inside and outside, both.
I mean, it's a staggering film, and you both, I mean, are just terrific in it. I think we'll see you at awards time. I mean, because I think people are going to respond to this. Like you said, the people who said they had a good cry, I mean, you know, I think it's one of those films that you just cannot tear your eyes away from the screen. You don't want to go out and get popcorn. You don't want to go to the bathroom. You don't want to miss anything. You're afraid of it.
Hope not.
That's a wonderful thing to say.
It's
Thank
true,
you.
though.
Thank you.
It is absolutely true. It's riveting. And I'm so glad that, you know, we get a chance to see you. Any more American films lined up? Or?
Hopefully I'm a working actress, and
Hey.
I'll be there.
Well, I think
For meaningful roles and movies with humanitarian message like this one.
Well, I appreciate so much you taking the time to talk with us this morning, and, you know, wonderful success with the film.
Thank you.
Thank you
very
so much.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.